Hi, this is Mushy, and this is a pick a card reading on the question, do they miss me? So this was a recommended or a suggestion from somebody, and so I hope this message resonates with you, and I hope this message resonates with whoever is guided to this video. Thank you all for being here. If you'd like to receive a personal reading from me, you can email me at sunsunmushy@gmail.com, and you can check the description for any extra details below, or you can just ask me questions through email. Go ahead and pick a reading between 1 through 7. So, and go ahead and click the timestamp below. So, reading number 1 is Emerald. Reading number 2 is Lapis Lazuli. Reading number 3 is Citrine. Reading number 4 is Blue Goldstone. Reading number 5. Oh, and also, you guys can pick like multiple if you want, but it's possible you'll get like multiple answers at that point, so it might get a little bit confusing. But set whatever intentions you have for whichever ones you pick, and you know, hopefully it should resonate. And also, this is going to be a lot shorter, quicker messages. That's why I'm doing 7 readings. I wasn't sure if the person who suggested this wanted it to be like super in-depth or just like a quick sort of like yes or no. So my intention is to try to kind of give it a bit of a yes or no, but sometimes it's never that simple, but we'll see. So reading number 5, sorry about that, is Moonstone. Reading number 6 is a different type of moonstone. I think moonstone normally looks like this. And then reading number 7 is this orange crystal, which is pretty cool. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get started. And again, you guys can click the timestamps below to get to your reading quicker. So just to re-clarify, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, so reading number 1, the Emerald, and I have 2 intentions set for the question, do they miss you? And then this is like the reason of their absence. You know, you're asking if someone misses you, so I'm assuming they are absent. They're not in your physical space. So are they missing you? We get the Sun. And so I'll just take this as a yes, but they're living their life in a very positive way and still feeling very good. Perhaps they, you know, because of the connection you have, they miss you in the physical space, but of course, spiritually they don't miss you because they feel you like all the time. You're always there. You know, distance is an illusion, so they do feel your energy. So whether or not they think about missing you, they're feeling your energy, and that's very positive. The reason for their absence is the 9 of Wands. So the reason is that they are taking a break, and it's not like, I don't even think it's from you. I think it's just from a lot of different energies in their life, a lot of different responsibilities that they kind of let build up. So their life kind of led up to whatever situation they're in now, and so now there's like a lot of different things that they're dealing with that they need to figure out how to overcome and what they want to do with it, like about it, this energy, in order to make it to you. So that's what I get for reading number 1. Hope this resonate. Love and light, guys. Peace out. And so for those of you just reading number 2, the Lapis Lazuli, so again, this card is, do they miss you? And then this card is kind of like, why are they absent? Basically, the reason for their absence. So, do they miss you? The Magician. Yeah, I get the feeling all these are going to be very similar because how I believe about missing. So I'm getting very similar message from reading 1 that yes, but I think they're excited more so. I think they're excited that they are creating and doing everything they can to build their life. So in some way, while they do miss you, they find a lot of beauty in this path that they're on the journey that they're on, and the beauty behind you. I feel like you give them a lot of inspiration to manifest things in their life and to create better things for them, for themselves. So they very much appreciate you, and so I just get at times where they aren't feeling on top of everything, where they're not feeling like they're manifesting. If there's ever those times, those are the times that they're really missing you. But so long as they're thinking about you and inspired by you, they turn that energy into appreciation and do really well with not feeling too apart from you and realizing that you're always together spiritually. So the reason for their absence, I'm getting the Knight of Cups. So they have a lot of like armor, like protection up that's weighing them down, that's making it difficult to get to you. So it's like they're trying to get to you, but they're carrying so much, and if they hold all of that, hold on to so much of their feelings, is what I'm getting, then they're going to be moving quite slow and feeling the connection from afar, and that's going to make it feel even heavier. So they need a way to release their feelings and to get more open with those who are around them, so that the connection they feel with you, they can actually make it to you and communicate that. So that's what I'm getting for reading number 2. Hope those resonate. Love and light, guys. Peace out. And then reading number 3, Citrine. So this first card is if they miss you, like, do they miss you? And, you know, for all these, it's more or less yes, but in what way? Just so you guys know, that's kind of my opinion on, on how these are all gonna likely go. And then this card is why they are absent, the reason for why they are apart from you. Maybe not their reason, but like Spirit's reason, whatever it turns out to be. So do they miss you? 2 of Cups. So to me, that's a pretty strong, like, it's an interesting energy, because what this means is that what the connection is like a deep connection, that your guys' love is true, everlasting, it's eternal, you know, and they feel that love, and they feel that connection and partnership, and so it's like your guys' higher selves are at peace because they're guiding you both, and they're, you know, your higher selves are just like, yeah, we'll guide you guys back together. And so I'm seeing that your egos, depending on where you're at on your spiritual journey, or even no matter where, it can be very difficult, that yes, basically, that this connection is extremely powerful, is how they feel, and depending on what type of person they are, that will influence how their ego misses you, and in what way. So it's a little bit ambiguous, but they definitely want to come together, and long for that, I would say. So, you know, I'm going towards yes, they miss you. The reason for their absence, the Queen of Wands. I'm just getting they've got a lot on their mind. They also, it's kind of like they don't want to miss you, or rather, like, they have certain responsibilities as the Queen of Wands to take care of. This will only resonate for some of you, but, you know, perhaps there's other energies they're involved with, like maybe another person. It doesn't even have to be a romantic person, just however it resonates, but, like, they have, like, someone that sort of, that they feel maybe they have to take care of, or they have to resolve things with at this time. And this doesn't, again, it doesn't actually have to be a person. I'm getting for many of you, that's like a big reason. But, you know, this Queen of Wands can represent just a big responsibility. Maybe they are far away and they have a life built up and they can't abandon that life. They have to, go through their journey and see where it takes them. So it's just where you guys are at in life is the reason for this absence, for this separation. So Spirit's kind of just saying, you know, you're both actually very fiery and independent. You're independent for a reason. It's because you know what you're doing and you have certain plans and goals. Spirit's saying, like, it would be forced to come together prematurely, to come together early, because then that's going to get in the way of this person's goals, and it's going to get in the way of your goals. It's very mirrored. So you're both feeling this connection, and you're both apart more or less for the same reason, but it's going to show in very unique, mirrored ways. So I hope that resonates. I'm sending love and light. Peace out, guys. Alright, so reading number 4. This is Blue Goldstone. So I flipped 2 cards. The top one is, do they miss you? And the next card is, like, in what? Like, why are they absent? The reason for their absence. Whether it's what they want to tell you, or if it's, like, spirits just explaining, like, you know, the purpose of the absence at this time. Like, maybe what you're supposed to be doing, or, you know, just why. So, do they miss you? 10 of Pentacles. So these are all extremely positive cards, and so I'm just getting, this is kind of what I felt was going to go for all 7, that of course they miss you, that you feel like home to them. And as an ego side, in terms of what people feel, in terms of like loneliness and missing one another, I feel like that's a universal thing. I do feel like we are all longing to come together. I feel like all of us miss the idea of like the world being in harmony, and so they want to see that happen, and so that includes them in it, you know? And you feel like home to them. You guys are a deep connection. I feel everyone watching on this channel is in a deep connection, so I already know pretty much how all 7 readings will go. You know, chances are all 7 of these are all for every one of you. Maybe you listen to all 7 messages, and these are just different aspects of why they miss you, pretty much. And how they're doing, you know. Clearly our journeys isn't just 100% missing a person, and so I do get for most of us, like, while these connections do miss you guys, that just like us, you know, we're all doing everything we can to live our lives to the fullest, and that's really positive, and I feel like what also truly matters. So yeah, you feel like home to them, so naturally if you're apart, they're going to miss you. At a certain point in time, we all want to go home, you know? So the reason for their absence, the Ace of Swords, I'm hearing that you already know the reason. I'm hearing that, more or less, all these messages will, maybe all these messages might resonate, or maybe you know, but it's like, the reason, it's like, I think the reason is to learn about what it means to be home. And I think to be home is to feel the connection just in general. And so it's kind of like learning to live without them so you can live with them. So the separation is to understand that separation is just really a illusion. I'm going to pull a clarifier on this one. I'm just getting there's like really important things for you to be doing at this time, that this love connection would distract you from bringing together more of your soul family. Like, yes, this person is very important to that, but it's like, so is everyone else. So is the rest of the world, you know? You can't abandon your purpose. Your like, life mission is what I'm getting. And if you're not sure what your, like, life mission is, or if that doesn't resonate, you know, maybe you know that you're looking for it, and you have to find that first before coming together. So that seems to be a big reason. A clarifier on that Ace of Swords. The Two of Wands. There's the world in it, yeah. It looks like you have a lot of love for the whole world, not just this person. And so you got to keep focused with that. and to value everything and everyone, not just this one connection. And I think vice versa, this is how the other person is also feeling. Like they know that they have plans to bring together not just you, but everything and everyone. So they want to be the best they can be so that they can have that inner strength and like outer strength too, like the finances and the planning and the connections, you know. They want, their higher self is guiding them to all the, I'm hearing, appropriate circumstances so that coming together will be like kind of like perfect. You know, it looks like that's on the horizon and they know this, and so they do miss you, but that's why they're doing everything they can. They want to be a good representation of what it truly means to love, and that includes themselves, that includes the world, the universe, because every particle here is ourself. We are all in this together. So they're aware of this, and it seems that has a lot to do with why you guys might be apart at this time, why they might be absent. So I hope that resonated. Sending love and light. Peace out. So reading number 5 is Moonstone, the first one. So I flipped 2 cards. This is if they're missing you, and then this is the why they are absent. So do they miss you? 6 of Wands. If they are missing you, they're doing a really good job at not feeling those emotions, is what I'm getting. They're feeling really successful and victorious and positive at this time. So are all of these. But I do get the energy for some reason. I thought they were all going to more or less be the same, but I guess it's a little bit different. I do get that they feel very supported at this time. So they might not be focused on you right now. So the reason for their absence is the Tower. So I'm getting this is more like a bit of an ego thing. The reason for this is there's certain experiences that are going to shake up their life, that is going to change their course of direction. So it's like they have a very specific goal, so they choose not to focus on you because they want to maintain this goal. But Spirit's saying like that goal is actually not what Spirit's plan has in mind. And so that's going to get switched up with the Tower. And once that happens and they fall off this horse and they're like not in that victorious state, I feel like they're going to more or less be missing this connection a whole lot more. And of course we don't really want those that we care and love to, like, you know, fail or whatever, or fall and then like miss us and come back or something like that. That's not what I'm getting from the Tower, but I am just getting like what they thought their destination was is going to change. The Moon, that they don't really like know where they're headed. And so I'm just gonna pull a card on, oh, 6 of Swords is coming out. The Spirit wants to say with that is that they're definitely headed to more smoother energies, and where their wishes truly lie. So they're pursuing certain goals and ambitions, but the Tower is going to come down so that they can really choose their dreams and their wishes, and they can seek what it is that they want. And I think they will very much be thinking about you at this time, or at that time when the Tower comes. But now is not the time, is what I'm kind of getting. I was kind of hoping these are all going to be like, of course they do. But yeah, this one, if I were to just put it as a yes or a no, honestly, I would say that they aren't missing you like a whole ton. But that's, you know, that doesn't mean like they don't feel a connection or anything. I'm just kind of getting that energy. Alright, so I hope that resonates, sorta. Love and light, guys. Peace out. And then reading number 6, the other Moonstone. So I flipped 2 cards. This top one is if they're missing you, and this one is the reason for their absence. So do they miss you at this time? Judgment. I feel they were definitely missing you before, and maybe right now they have learned and healed a lot, to the point where they appreciate you more so than miss you, is what I get. And that they feel you and hear you. I feel like they receive a lot of messages from you, whether that's literally or spiritually, and so they feel very good. Okay, and I do see that last Moonstone reading that could be why they aren't. So this is, sorry, I'm backtracking in the other readings. In the other reading, I was getting that they aren't really missing this, the people who chose reading 5, but I am getting maybe reading 5 people were communicating with them and they were receiving a lot of the support from people from reading 5, and that's why they weren't really recognizing that they were missing the connection. So it looks like things change with that, and then they like do, or they appreciate it. So sorry, going back to reading 6, sorry about that. Pretty much before they did, or they didn't, and then they realized they did, or something, or on and off, and then now it's more like they really appreciate you, and they're turning whatever energies they had into appreciation. So it's very positive. So I'm guessing that they do miss you, but that they also appreciate where they are at and are okay with the separation, which I think is what we should all strive for anyways with any connection. So the reason for their absence is the 4 of Pentacles. With that anyways, they're not really ready to let things go and start anew is what I'm getting. I'm going to clarify this. I'm getting they're just a little bit holding on to certain energies at this time. That I feel they're attached to certain things and they know this, and they just need to keep working on themselves until they have the inner strength and feel that way about themselves. I feel like they receive a lot of love and energy like that from you, and it's like they want to get that within themselves so then they can let things go that they are holding on to in the physical world. And so a clarifier on the 4 of Pentacles. So the Queen of Swords, something they're holding on to is their thoughts, is their communication. They are not perhaps speaking their truth to you at this time. And so the reason for the absence is that they know they have issues with holding on to stuff. They might, like, I'm hearing that they might have control issues for some reason, though I never really fully know what, like, control issues mean, or what it means about, like, wanting control or stuff like that, about, like, outcomes and things. I feel like I kind of get it, but on other ends, I, like, always see deeper through that of, like, why people want that kind of control, and I think they know why, and so they're just kind of learning how to heal themselves and get through that so that they can open up. And so that's why there's an absence right now. So they do feel this is a special connection, I would say, and they understand where everything's at, and they've done a lot of understanding that and forgiving themselves for whatever happened in the past and, like, trying to let that go. But now they're trying to figure out how to bring that into the present and into the future, like bring the future to the present, basically. They're trying to figure out how they can, I don't know why I'm hearing grow up, but they want to, like, level up and ascend and, like, get on a higher level of consciousness, kind of how they feel about themselves and this world and everything like that before they communicate this with you. So, hope that resonates. Sending love and light. Peace out. And then finally, for reading number 7, this orange crystal. Do they miss you? And then this is like their reason for their absence. Do they miss you? The King of Wands. I am getting... I'm going to clarify this one. The Star. I'm kind of getting that they it's more like, no, they don't miss you, but it's because they're hopeful for you coming together. They just trust you a lot, and I feel they've actually really invested into this connection spiritually. So I feel like for those of you watching this, like, you must have invested too, and you must be feeling the spiritual connection. So maybe at times where they like lose hope or something, then they really miss you. But then at times where they have hope, they feel you, and they're like, feel supported and know that you're like there for them. And so they just feel really good, and they like kind of try to not miss you. Their goal is to not miss you, pretty much. And then I'm getting that they're really good at keeping with that goal, but they're using a lot of strength to keep that goal. So pretty much like all these readings is like, yeah, we all miss each other, but everyone here is really good at handling the distance, pretty much, which is a good thing. You know, independence is very good. So I am getting, you know, they're also a very independent person, and they're very hopeful for this connection. So the reason for their absence, the Queen of Cups, I think it's because they do sense, I think it's interesting, because the Queen of Cups is someone who like misses a connection and really loves it and stuff. So it's like they know this is a deep connection of love, and I think they know if they came together, they would actually get too attached, and then that's when they would really start missing you, and that would be like a real problem for them, is what I'm getting. So that's why they want to handle that. They want to figure out how to become fully emotionally independent for this connection. I'm going to clarify on that one as well. So clarifying the Queen of Cups is the King of Swords. It's like love would distract them from their goals. They have a very specific path that they're on, and same with you guys, you know? And so they really want to accomplish certain things right now, and if they pursued the love of their life, is what I'm getting, which is you, that might push them off of that path, because they would want to invest a lot of their time into you instead of their path, their journey. And that's like the opposite of what we want. We would never want those that we love to sacrifice their ambition just to be with us and to be in love, you know? So it's like they don't want to sacrifice their ambition. They also don't want to sacrifice you. So it looks like they choose both, and in order for them to do that, time apart is necessary so that they can figure out how to put enough balancing into basically work, career, ambition type stuff, goals, so then they can come together at a time that's really good. And this also includes the self-work, you know? They have a lot to work on themselves. I'm getting we all have a lot of work on ourselves to do. So those are all the messages. I'm sending so much love and light to you guys who chose reading 7. If any of you went through all of these readings to kind of hear what it was going to be like, cool. You know, I really hope that these messages help. I hope that this doesn't confuse any of you, because I know this is like 7 different answers and they're all going to sound very similar. But just trust yourself. I do feel like if you just pick one, it'll be pretty good. But I also feel if you just chose to listen to all of them, then you might see that more or less they're all kind of saying the same thing. And they're all quite positive. So yeah, those are all the messages. And for the person who suggested this reading, I really hope this is kind of what you were looking for. Let me know. You could also email me, and we could do a personal reading if I didn't get the question accurately for you, because my goal is to help the people who suggested the readings, of course, you know. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna get some rest now. Good night, guys. I love you all. Thank you for, yeah, I need to say this. thank you all for your support. Thank you all for being here. I had a hard night. Might be hard to see, but there's a lot of intense weeping and like being sad, and and that's just a whole journey of its own. And yeah, that was heavy. And so I really appreciate this channel, and I actually do feel quite good spending the time and making this video for you guys and hanging out with you guys, because it's Thanksgiving time over here, so I appreciate you all. I want to celebrate with you guys, so I am thankful that you are all here. I'm going to try to see if my dad fixed the laptop so I can do a live video tomorrow and celebrate with you guys for, I almost said Halloween, for Thanksgiving, because I know how it feels to be celebrating around people where you don't feel appreciated, where you don't feel like you're that important to these people, when the whole point of these holidays is to feel appreciated and to appreciate those around you. So definitely I want you guys to feel appreciated, so I appreciate you all so much. And yeah, thank you all for being here. Once again, thank you all for existing and being on your journeys. I know if any of you were not here, this timeline would not exist, and I love who I am in this timeline and all of my timeline selves, all my other infinite realities, which is also kind of counts as you guys, you know, because we're all one being. So really this is like playing out infinite realities in one universe. So yeah, thank you guys. Yeah, that's it. Okay, good night.